Automated batch analysis. In Brainwave, we can also automate the analysis process in case we want to analyze a large amount of files at one time. To launch the batch analysis, go to File, Automate, and click Batch. In the Settings window, we see the same options that are available under the analysis. The pathway that we see here will change depending on the selected batch mode. So for example, if we go from spike detection to Lfp detection, we will see a separate pathway. Let's start with spike detection. Clicking on BRW file will allow you to select the different types of files that you want to analyze. Now choose the folder where your source files are stored. Clicking on the dot icon here will open up the selection window. We have chosen the folder Batch Analysis. If our selected folder has an array of subfolders, we can select Include Subfolders. If we do not see our files listed here, click on Add Files from Folder. We can also add files individually. Additionally, if you do not wish to include a file, you can click it and then click Remove File. Next, click on Channel Validation. Here we have the option to discard noisy channels. Clicking the checkbox will disable this option, and clicking it will re-enable it. Additionally, we can enable or disable the Fast Oscillations filter. By clicking the gray box, we see that it has been disabled. To enable this filter, click on the icon here. Underneath, we have an array of settings to customize our filter, the same settings that we can find in the Fast Oscillations filter settings. Clicking on Spike Detection, we will find the same settings that we have found in the Spike Detection Analysis window. Additionally, we can also perform a waveform extraction. Since this box is gray, we see that the feature has been disabled. Clicking the icon here will enable it. Underneath, we can set the pre-event and post-event distances. Finally, we can click on Event Sorting, which has been enabled. Underneath, we see the same settings for the spike sorting. For more information on the Fast Oscillations filter, the spike detection analysis, the waveform extraction, or event sorting, please see the previous videos with the same names. Once we have customized our settings for the batch analysis, we can export to a BXR file. Here we can customize our destination file settings. By default, the destination folder is the same as your BRW file source. If you wish to use a different folder, you can click Choose Folder. You can click on the dot icon here and select a different folder. You can customize the file naming. Then each file will be named like the example shows. Additionally, we can choose to name files serially when already existing. This will append each file name with a different number. Once we are ready to launch the batch analysis, click OK. A similar process works for the Lfp detection mode. Under Batch Mode, click Lfp Detection. Here we choose the BRW source files and can add files from folder, add files individually, remove files, and select to include subfolders. Channel Validation, we can discard noisy channels and we can enable or disable this function. Additionally, we can enable the Slow Oscillations filter. By clicking this box, we see that the data filtering has been disabled. To enable it, click the icon. And here we have the settings for the Slow Oscillations filter. Additionally, by clicking the Lfp detection, we can customize the settings. Ultimately, click on BXR file to begin the batch automation process. Here we can choose where to save the destination files and how to name them. Similarly to the spike sorting mode. Once we have chosen our settings, click OK to begin the batch analysis.